The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts buying time to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time, but nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
They go play action with Hurts. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
Come on. Hey.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, 37 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 23. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
19 Lions. Go.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And this defense continues to dominate. How about two safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Here's Walker. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
That second down play nets a -4. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Come on.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll try and run Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They snap it to Smith. And it's caught. And he is going to be out of bounds here, short of the line to gain, so that will be a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Second and 8. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. Ready, set. County Lions. Look at my team. Ready.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Out to his left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 31 yards. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
But first down, Hurts. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Play action. It's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 66 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Again, that's Watkins. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the room.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Ready, break.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Let's go now.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Come back in. Come back, Warriors, 17.
Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Ready? Buffalo 18, 60 Bobcats, 60-18, Pioneer.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, it's such a high-stakes scenario. Everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
3rd quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target in the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Yeah, find him. Find him.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Buffalo 80. Hurt. Mustang 19. 60 Maverick.
Now Gino. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
The kick by Elliott is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He's got a man, complete. 20, 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go now, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. Past the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time, and now here's another interception. Picked up by Uchenna Nwosu. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Slot man moves right. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ready.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Ready.
On fourth down, Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the option, running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
McCaffrey on the toss right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charlie. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first downs. Help yourself with field position and help your defense out.
They run again with Walker. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To the right side, this is Walker. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
19
To throw is Smith. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 160 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Now Gino on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Running right, here's Walker. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trap 60, trap 60. There you go.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On 2nd and 15 now. Purdy taking a shot for Samuel. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 7-7, our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Purdy now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darrell Taylor able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
18 Bradley. Michael, 18.
On 1st down, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 234 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Play action. It's Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Running left is Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Third and long, it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They snap it to Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. The 20. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, 4th and long here, late second quarter. I mean, Charles, you knew that was going to be a very tough play to convert, but now not only do you not convert it, you give up a pick 6 the other way and give the other team all the momentum.
Well, Brandon, I don't think we ever go into a game where both teams don't tell us that they plan to be aggressive in what they're doing on offense. But there's aggressive, and then there's reckless. And how about this one? In the first half of a close game, that backfired on them in a big way. Now I think they're in a position where they have to take a lot of risks in order to try and catch up.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And Walker once more. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 16, Smith. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a first down throw, it's Smith. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking deep for Jennings. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost bet.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back to throw, Purdy. That's caught at the 2. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. McCaffrey is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Purdy steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation.
He's got a man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 19 They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 38 yards. And the Seahawks have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 5. And After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taking it about the 1. Ray McLeod to return. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Smith. Down he goes. The 49ers get there. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Go shoot. 52, Ryan. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone.
And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense because when they came out on the field, their number one mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
Cut my team! Cut my team!
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always...
There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. They're going to try and run. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for two. And now the lead stays at 5. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Being chased out left.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Purdy looking to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be disciplined.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Smith.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Smith now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ready? Cougar 19! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! 18, Pioneer!
On 4th down, Smith. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. He's going to let it fly.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go from Seattle.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Ready, ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Smith going to look to throw right away. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for two.
That's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
And going right back to Walker.
And some room to roam now. And they work this out past the 25.
Hawk 70.
And that's good for a Seahawks. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Got it. Ready?
They'll try the air now with Smith. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
And they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Walker with another carry. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 18-yard line.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Mustang 19. Ready.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
Ready.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he's got room. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll get this out wide to Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
18 more yards there and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
On the counter, this is Moss.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Ryan.
To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Ryan.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Ready, Blue 80. 58.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
59, ready. Ready, set.
Now Ryan on second down.
And this one complete to Doolin.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13.
And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
On the 6.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On second down, it's Walker.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Okay, break. Hustle.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Come on. Hey.
They run again with Walker. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Ready? 18 Cardinal.
The final shot here before break. Smith.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
from the shotgun. Ryan. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now it's Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Touchdown! Noah Fant from 19 yards away.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Darrell Taylor able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Again, it's Walker.
And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Off of play action, here's Smith. Looking sideline, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Play action. It's Smith.
That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press.
make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Come on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tight. 19 tight. Back and 60.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Trap 50, trap 50. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Throwing now is Geno. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Okay, ready?
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 59 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They're going to keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to have lousy starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 6-yard line.
On the jump.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, When you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Check it. Seventy ranges.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. He'll take this to the 46.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Ryan wants to throw it.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now Ryan on 1st down.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Ryan. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So this one winds up in Indianapolis.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He rises when it matters most as he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Cowboys and the Texans, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. Oh, able to avoid him. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 23 carries, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try to find some people open downfield.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. A 1st down throw for Mills. And this will be incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum, because they pitched a shutout last week, and I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level, and they're playing their best football at the right time of year.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Open man there is Welcome back, everybody, to AT&T Stadium here in Arlington, Texas. It's Texans football as we rejoin the action in quarter number 1. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Mills to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. An
opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his big tight end here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lamb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
Room here to run.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Micah Parsons
in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them is what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lamb pushes past him.
88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that will be
complete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this Texans defense stands tall. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 26.
Here's Mills. He gets this one to Mechie.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Play fake, Mills.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lamb.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a 1st down again. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Lamb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night, you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing, Mills.
He's letting it fly for Cooks.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's interference. Defense.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Mills now looks to throw on first down.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks as the first half is winding down.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He rises when it matters most as he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the